Hello, Nemo. I have pea soup and pancakes. Again, what is... what is that? What? Like... No, I know of pea soup. I know of pancakes, but in English, pancakes, at least American English, is like... basically cake batter in... well, not cake batter. It's not cake batter. Batter fried in a pan. Pancake. And then you basically put butter and maple syrup on it. And so having that with pea soup confuses me. Unless this is just like British cookies and biscuits that are not American cookies or biscuits. Hello, Pecan. Not that you can't have savory pancakes here, I guess, but... in fact, there's like some savory waffle recipes here that take waffles and add corn and sausage, I think. Okay, so it is a sweet thing that's complementary with the pea soup. In my head, I thought this was a system where you were taking the pancake and, like, dipping it in the pea soup. And this confused me. Hello, the one. It's me, the Sekiro expert. I do remember. Welcome. What are you eating? Yeah, I thought that picked up. It looked like it did. This is... beef and mashed potatoes with some, grilled pepper. I'm memorable? How flattering. I think I'm pretty good at that. Remembering people in the chat. I knew the exact number in your name. I don't know about that, but... you're definitely above average in memory. And it's all the worse because of what I don't remember. Because there are a handful of things that I'm pretty good at remembering. If I were to brag, I would perhaps say above average. However, there's a lot of things that I'm terrible at remembering. For instance, ask Mikey about the birthday debacle, where I forgot her birthday, the exact date of her birthday, like 7 times in a row. In my defense, I think May 15th is fake. That sounds, and Mikey likes to pretend that I'm a psychopath for saying this. That sounds like the date you'd come up with because you don't remember. Why are Minecraft streamers so weird? I clicked on a Minecraft VTuber and he was rizzing up chat. I like to give the benefit of the doubt, perhaps it was a joke, but I can understand why that would be not to your tastes. I don't know. What people want, I guess. Should I try that? Guys, can I riz you up? Ugh. No, I'm not doing it. No. I was even gonna do the joke where I just go, please, 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 but no, I don't want to do that. We have a professional relationship. If people invent new words, they should use it for new stuff, not for old stuff. Sounds groovy, man. Just saying. Hi, Mikey. He told Chad they were looking thick. Well, perhaps they were. Did I miss a dev update? No. I'm just eating. The dream situation is wild. Anything about that man seems strange, and I like to keep it at a distance, thank you. I'm eating food. On this food, my mom, a few weeks ago, went and got a hot sauce for me, my brother, and his girlfriend, who his girlfriend is a spice enjoyer. Like, Mikey may think I'm crazy. No, my brother's girlfriend is, I'm gonna say, extremely used to spice. And so my mom went and got a hot sauce that's made of ghost pepper. And it's like a ghost pepper garlic sauce, and she basically got 3 of it. I think one of them was different, but basically she got 3. And it tastes very good. However, for all of my food, I can at best do 4 drops of like a how large is this bottle in European? Let's not do how much can I do this? I want to say it has hold on. Can I do this? How large is this? Hold on, I have to like guesstimate here. About 170 milliliter container, and I use like 3 drops at most. I think. I don't know. In short, it's gonna take forever for me to actually get through this sauce. I think it'll go bad. Okay, I have a question. What are you doing? Like, I haven't even finished my current train of thought, and you've tried to hit me with like 3 different topics. You're like, please stop talking about the hot sauce. Please talk about current YouTube drama or cannibalism, please. I think Mike Tyson's gonna win because he's actually a boxer and I don't like the other guy. And cannibalism on corpses in small cults of village respect the deceased. I don't think that's a good idea. Cannibalism not only is immorally bad, as one would expect, objectively, it does bad things to your body, and you should not do that. There you go. I hope that satisfies your questions. Anyway, to Mikey, you have not missed the dev segment. The dev segment is not going to be very long. We can have a nice discussion though. All I've done is have the reload animation be present on everyone else. I think the next thing I'm gonna spring at is having the melee weapons across people, which is gonna require I make a whole new system. So I might check them out. Let alone balancing them and making them different per class. However, I'm also hesitant, because it's possible I may want to wait for us to have at least a stand-in model. Not that I don't. I actually do have melee weapon models at the ready, but it's mostly a thing of the way that I would want to do it is based on the model length, and like using it as an object to reference the attack area. So having the model be useful for that. According to Misty, you would taste terrible. True. Cannibals have many diseases and die usually at 30. Not a good thing. According to my friend, I have really soft hands and taste like cinnamon buns. Your friend's hitting on you. I'm joking. I don't know any other context. However, that's not a normal thing to say to people. She's hitting on me. I'm good at KMS. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. It was a joke. Especially she's 12. There it is. There's the context. So she's just weird. Now, why is your friend 12 years old? Why are you friends with a 12-year-old? I have terrible news for you. My homie's sister. Alright. I'm watching you. You have to be 18 to be here, buddy. You're on thin fucking ice. You get proof. You're younger than 18, you're out of here. You understand? Anyway. No minors allowed. That's right. This is a non-Minecraft stream. Looting for coal. Fabricate like everyone else. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Whoopsie. I accidentally muted myself. Don't look at the VODs, which totally include Minecraft stream. No. The kid of my brother was here, what did I miss? Nothing much. Just ate my food. You need to be this tall to be on stream. Now, be careful. The more you chat, the less of you that can actually be here. We need to start banning people that are shorter than 3 messages tall. Sorry, Nemo. Can't ban me, I'm a mod. I gotta do what I gotta do. I changed my ringtone to pick up the phone, you lazy asshole, and I forgot. It's been a good ride. Okay. This isn't on shuffle. Be shuffling. Alright. What is going on? I saw that. Hold on. This is up next. I want to play it. Apparently, I'm just in like a smooth music mood. I'm like, wait, that would be good. I'm on someone's stream, and technically, I had the ability to ban the actual streamer. You should try that next time and see what Twitch tells you, my friend. I have terrible news for your grand strategy. Okay. We now have it set up. You'd be ashamed if Estre got banned. Mods, try! They have. You can't. No, you can't. They literally. It's. You can't do it. Hi. Welcome to my game. I've realized something. I'm messing around. By the way, the reload animations are present here. They're currently identical. I need to change that. If Eshe gets banned, he'll switch to SJF. Mikey tries every other week after Eshe pisses her off. True. So, I've discovered something. This is the role for the Ranger class here. And, I think this is possible. It might be, I mean, you got a little bit there. On curved slopes. Like these cubes. You get launched like this. We gon' have a discussion. Is he into voice acting? Well, I hope you do well. Does jump trigger you when you touch a surface? No, this is, I believe this is engine shenanigans, because the way that the roll works is that it basically just changes your velocity for the period of time. And because of that, basically I'm getting stuck on the ledge with the changed velocity. And I think the curved slopes are changing some things. I voiced some animation to multiple characters, and the best compliment I got on is, which one are you? Oh, well done. But this is an interesting bug. We'll have to see if that actually is applicable in anything. I can't imagine what prop we have that has anything like that going on. But in case you haven't noticed, I made it so that you can roll directional inputs on the ground. If you're in the air, you can no longer do that. So you can do that, you see. I'm thinking this might be a lot. I can only show my work to certain people because one line says, I can suck your dick. So I know I'm giving my mates something to rub in my face. Is this a... Is this a fan animation of, the... What is that one, like, demon show that people like to make fun of? Has been. Yes. That one. Sorry, I just got my dog. It's fun to voice because I can be angry very often. Alright. Well, fair enough. Enjoy. Best way, just get started. What? Are you serious? Alright, come on. You haven't been here like 10 seconds. My dad places her in her dog bed, in the bed across the room. And she just whines at me. She just whines. Good? Better? Make a half-height, non-rounded cube. Go bed. I don't really care if this is possible. I'm okay with it. Because you gotta keep in mind, it's like, finding guy 1, 2, 3 at best, and then you can go again. If that's even, like, I don't plan on the map having, like, little props to surf off of in the middle of it. I don't know. That's something we have to discuss, though. How much movement are we okay with? But the fighter kind of has to be that way because of, it's the only way to get distance to get to where you need to go. But, like, they also work by this velocity, meaning that I could do... So... This should be fixed. One second. I just want to show this real quick. I'm okay with this. This is fine. This is fine by me. If you can do that, I don't want to stop you. Just so we understand where we are. If you find a way to do that, and you do that, I'm gonna give you a trophy. And then we're moving on. I'm not inherently against... Isn't that only a source thing? Yes, that is a source thing. And for the record, that was the entire map. That man went across the entire map. Happens to be a pretty large circle. He just kind of went around it in its entirety. This is easy to trigger. It's easy to trigger on slopes that will not be okay. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. Okay. This is more realistic to how the final game oh, right. Regardless. It's way more likely that the only thing you're gonna get is stuff like this. And like, that's fine. And besides, true distance. This goes pretty far as is. So, okay, we're gonna do this now. Wow, big jump. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can do it again. Whee! 10, 9, 8. I'm fine with the fighter getting like niche map geometry dependent, vast movement. There we go. I'm okay with that. But, question is, the Ranger, who has a shorter cooldown. I don't think it's that bad positioning beginning of this game, and a lot of players enjoy these type of tricks. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm pointing it out. And it's like, haha, look what I found. If it clips you under that for any reason, I think you should look into it. The only class that's gonna have that problem, because that sounds like a thing that the geometry could fix. Like, oh, I just need to adjust the map so you don't go through that part. This guy is gonna have that problem. I've had it. I did a lot of bug fixing. Here. No, wait, no, it's a mage blink. This is specifically the fire guy. Get in there. This is the Blink teleportation mechanic. And what this is that when you teleport forward, it checks what's going on over there. And it'll teleport you over there. If it doesn't do a sweep check, says that you won't break. But if you do break, you move in that direction slightly higher. And so far this works. But I can imagine down the line, depending on map geometry, this could be a whole other problem. You can ledge jump in. Can you ledge jump in Blink? The Blink does not work that way. Blink is, you see this line? This is the game checking what is in front of you. Oopsie. And if there's anything in front of you, it teleports you just short of where that thing is. So for example, I can teleport towards these boxes, but if I teleport at these boxes, I will just stop at the boxes. Right? Just tiny, tiny stop. That's why the stairs are so janky here. Because it's detecting that I'll land in here, and I can't just fix it by going slightly up. Where here I can do it. Because it'll go, oh, if it's check it go slightly up, and if it actually works, then we're good. But no, this doesn't work the same way, so I literally cannot do that ledge thing. Have we thought of that? Good job. Thanks. Well, I shouldn't say I thought of it. It came up. And for the record, this isn't far off. There's the alternative motive to doing this. This is once again temporarily manually changing the velocity of a character. There's an alternative that's like a launch, where I could have said, and then we'll launch the character when we press this button. And it works for like doing this. But it had a bug where basically if you went off the edge, you would like go even further than what I just did. Like it was crazy. And I thought initially, oh, that'd be fun, but I found it really inconsistent, and it kind of like incentivized you to jump and then dash, which is like almost the exact opposite of what I want. I'd rather being on the ground be at least equal or better than like I have to jump and then hit the button, which is currently what's going on here. Anyway. And again, if you actually do something to trigger, that's fine. The problem I see here is that it can be triggered by accident. Well, I don't think it can. By accident. I think this only happens when somebody goes, I bet I could do something crazy. And then they do something crazy and they like cheer. Right? Because the innate mechanic behind this is supposed to be, there's an enemy over there, I'm going to charge at them, I'm now near them, and I can hit them for more damage. So, the only way that anybody's gonna be able to do this shit is if they're looking to do it in the first place. We're in a wide open space, you're on the ground, I'm the warrior guy, I got my melee weapon out, what's this, an enemy? I did bonus damage because I charged at him. Now I gotta wait for the cooldown. Oh, there's someone else over there. Right. What about the other classes? What about them? Are you talking about, the three, that I haven't put in? The Warlock, the Druid, and the Artificer? This is not related to this issue. Do you have beta testers already? I would like to apply. Yeah, I do. It'll be, guys, would you like to play the pre-alpha? Here you go. Tell me when you find something bad. Or let me know what you think in general. And when you tell me, oh, I pressed shift twice and I got to like go backwards through time, I'll have to change stuff. But your first beta tester, I'd take a picture if I could. Oh, check this one out. You can do this. This is kind of goofy. I might want to consider turning down the turn speed. This is a little silly. You can just check out my distance. 0. Maybe if it's a single player game. I mean, I might turn down the turn for the duration a little. Give different characters different turn speeds. That sounds like a bad idea. What about 360 headshots? Okay, do this. Charge over here. That kind of thing would mess with your mouse settings, I think. And that would be bad. But I mean, there is like, you can do this, but that doesn't mean you're going to like turn that fast. That's something I'd have to change or look into more accurately. Because currently this. That game I just showed is where I'm stealing this charging mechanic from. It had a bug for a while where you could basically do this, where initially the mechanic's supposed to be you can do this, and maybe this with the right item, but you definitely couldn't do this unless you either had a high frame rate or a controller. You can go fast. Okay, again, this is the truth of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know which one of those three. Probably one of those three, but it'll probably be a longer cooldown. Compared to like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you know? Oh, that's a fighter. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And in case you're wondering what's the difference between a mage and a ranger in this case, when you're doing this, that whole like lower part of your camera, you have iframes this entire time. You cannot take damage during this period. While your camera is down, you are not taking damage. So that's the difference between those two. Whereas with the mage, it's like literally, I'm no longer there. Of course I'm not taking damage because I'm gone. You know, the different utilities. Little stutters when jumping. Oh, what you're seeing is this. The camera goes down when you roll. To emphasize that you're rolling. It's a little, I think the end product will be smoother, but this is a proof of concept. I know, yeah, I'll smooth it, but this is just a proof of concept that, like, look, give the feeling that you're rolling, you know? Because I definitely didn't want to do, like, because that gives people nausea. Cowboy from Overwatch Special goes down for him too, right? Yeah. So, will it reduce damage? It makes you immune, Mikey. The whole time, this whole time when the camera's lower, the You are immune to damage. That whole downtime, you take nothing. Because the alternative is you're playing this guy. I'm not even there anymore. Of course I'm not taking damage. Like, oh, there's something right here. I'm gone. That would be objectively better. What the hell did I update? Oh, because I changed maps. I'm sorry. I'm looking. This is my version control. You're gonna go through enemies while rolling. Not currently. I don't know if I'll make it that way. Here, I'll prove it. I don't think I'll make it so that you can. I don't think you can teleport through enemies right now. Yeah, you can't teleport through them. That might be something I want to change. But that'll take specific coding, because I don't want it to be so that, like, if this were a wall, you could teleport through said wall here. Because this would... that would put you outside the map, doing this. In fact, actually, that's easy enough change. Hold on. Where is it? Can Blink go through entities? Not at this time. I don't think changing this from physics body is going to be a good idea. But I can try it. And then the other one. Yeah, this is fine. See what happens. Oh. We're not going through him. I'm going through these? No, I'm going through this. Okay, that changed nothing, actually. Okay. Wait, no, I'm not blinking at all. Oh, there we go. What did it see there? Anyway, well, whatever that did. Hey, we're moving on. I got rid of the change. I'll fuck with that later. If I want it. I don't know. I mean, it would make sense, because you aren't supposed to... But why would you be able to blink through enemies, but not through, like, thin walls? What's the difference here? I had to think about, are you here, Nemo? Well, we aren't going to play the game. We still have other things, Mikey. Mikey forgot. Mikey forgot that we have to guess those games. You have to guess those games. Hold on. Trace can go through enemies. Yeah. You're not playing Tracer. You're playing Rocket Jump Fire right now. What is this? I hate blurry photos like this. I think we already had Street Fighter 6. But I thought that, like, part of it's like that one part of that tower in the story mode. I mean, it's like under construction. I'm just asking, you never let me ask anything. Yeah. Because that means you're questioning me. God. So if yesterday was March 10th was Mario Day, M-A-R-I-O, does that mean that March 11th is Move Over Mario Day? love how we still quote that. Move over, Mario. What is this? I don't think this... Is this not shuffling? It is shuffling. I just happened to pick 2 racing games in a row. Okay. It's Luigi Day. Yeah, so move over, Mario. It's Luigi Day. Is this like a... Hold on. Sure. It is a Yakuza game! No? PC, PS4, Xbox One, PS5, Xbox Series. Which Yakuza is it? There's a lot of Yakuza games. Dead Souls? Like a Dragon? Ishin. That's a good guess. Where is Yakuza Ishin? Is that is Like a Dragon? No. It's the most recent one, isn't it? Yakuza Kiwami 2. Isn't Yakuza Kiwami just Yakuza? Hold on, wait. Yakuza Kiwami is Yakuza but remade. So what is Yakuza Kiwami 2? It's 2 remade? Infinite Wealth. Infinite Wealth isn't on here. There's Fury. Like a Dragon? We just did Like a Dragon. We have 7, Kiwami, and Like a Dragon. Can't believe it's a Yakuza game. What's that Secret Agent one? Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth? There it is. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not an expert here. You want to know a secret about this game? This might be a spoiler. They transitioned to this, like, action RPG kind of work here, as you can see, where it's like you, engage on somebody and you have, like, buttons to press. Because it's technically Like a Dragon over in Japan? I see. There was, one of these is more like an RPG, like, take turns, pick a move RPG. And you can, this might be a spoiler, you can get Kiryu. And one of Kiryu's abilities you can activate in that turn-based RPG is just playing as him in one of the first games. So you just drop the RPG section and just beat the shit out of people. And then you go back to playing an RPG again. Is he not also in some fighting game? I don't think he is. I think that would be like a fan-made thing. I think they have objectively stated Kiryu can't be in any fighting game because he would, like, not want to punch any woman. And therefore he would instantly lose in those matchups. So he's not gonna be in a fighting game because of that. I say that, didn't he, like, slap a little girl? Isn't that something that he did? Anyway, hey, this is Wordle. This is March 11th, 2024. Should not be spoiled. It's just all tab.
Guess who's got their PC back up and running? And 2 gigabit fiber.
Who?
This bitch.
Oh, it didn't. And then it didn't say the emote 17 times. Thank you, Sylvie, for 43 months. Hi, glad your PC's back. Didn't read the wiggle. It didn't. I'm shocked by that too. Little girls aren't women according to Kiryu. Interesting. That's right. If you're less than 12, I'll kick your ass. 2 gigabit fiber. Oh wow. Must be nice. Fiber is fun. I have 1 gig, and it is fun. 2 though, I can't imagine. Let's go with sure. Here you could start anime fighting games. Jesus. Sure. Okay. This sucks. Wow. We have a real talent today, huh? Okay. Well then. Is Nemo here? My download speed's faster than my SSD can process. What does that word mean? Like annoying. It means annoying, essentially. Here. This is when I do the official Googling. Causing irritation or annoyance. SJ, do you care about Like a Dragon spoilers? Hi, Archie. I mean, I technically just handed one out. How much of a spoiler is this? I imagine it's not like the end of the game. Mikey might care. I mean, this is the part I think I was gonna mention the same thing. The Kiryu movement. No, a different one. Oh, okay. Well, sure, I guess. Hey! Hey, does anyone care about Like a Dragon spoilers? Anybody want coffee? Anybody care about Like a Dragon spoilers? Oh, Mikey does. Yep. So shut your mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. Are we just waiting for Nemo to show back up? Before we continue? She won't upset Nemo. You can wait. Oh, I see. Oh, that's very topical. Oh my god. Well, there we go. I guess, I'm just waiting. Nemo said they need to catch up, so I'll get my food now. Alright. Then I will mention now the Like a Dragon spoiler, because Mikey's not present. It is the following. This is the spoiler sign. When it goes away, I'm done. If you are one like Mikey, Archie has messaged me and informed me that in the video game, when you fight Kiryu, you cannot lose the fight because he does not damage the women in your party. It is now done. That is, funny how topical that is. Thank you for sharing. Anyway, I'm looking at my game stuff. Ever reached the part where you realize what you're doing is real? Like before, this was just like, oh, this would be funny. Let's like put this together, see what's going on. And I think I've officially gotten to the point when the code and the notes in front of me that I'm like, wait, I'm doing this. Wait, this is gonna like take forever. Yeah, this will take like 3 years. Have you read about the darknet marketplace that now extorts people? Like the marketplace sells people, or it literally extorts them? I mean, I don't know. I've seen the shitty video games that like, dude made like, wasn't there like almost a genre video game where there's like 15 of them, where it's a horror game where you're just digging around online? And it's like, oh dude, check out this creepy thing, dude. Oh my god, wow. Oh my god. But like, you're supposed to ignore it and like find codes. And that's like all 1,700 games, or exactly that. Just dig around your computer and ignore creepy stuff. It always seems so strange to me. That genre. Dark web browsing simulators, yeah. I'm always in the dark web because I got my shit on dark mode. Anyway. I feel weird just sitting here, not doing anything, waiting for both now Mikey and Nemo to show back up. A trading marketplace for what I know, not so legal stuff. They logged everything and will turn everything over to the police if the people who had their accounts there do not pay money. Ow. Okay. That's. Haha. Haha. Fair enough. What? I'm here. Wait, did you hear the spoiler? Oh my god. Dear Lord. Oh no. I didn't, I just came back. Oh no. Hey, some of the contents of the game are presented as originally created, such as this, like, trans woman. I just hope that doesn't get worse. Surely someone would tell me by now, right? Somebody by now would be like, oh hey, by the way, this part of the game sucks. Bro, Phoenix Wright, he puts on blackface for this portion of the game, dude. Surely I would have heard by that by now. Right? What are we talking about? When you launch this new trilogy, it will, there's a little, like, prompt at the beginning that informs you that everything in this has been preserved as was initially intended, and that always means there's something fucked up in here that we didn't bother to change. And my personal theory is that the previous case that had Robin in it is what that's referring to. And I think that is it. Robin? Yes, there was a character who initially was presented to us as male, but then later turned out to be presenting as a woman. And there was a whole like, oh, what? Wait, your parents forced you to pretend to be a boy? What? And that's like a Japanese stereotype. And it's so much more fun when you imagine that they were actually, like, assigned male at birth, and then we just crack their egg in the middle of a court case. I think that's better, even though it's probably worse. That would be worse. In a court of law, we're like, straight men don't. Robin, your favorite games are Fallout New Vegas and Celeste. You can't. Your parents are cringe, simple as that. True. No, Sylvie, you missed it. Straight men don't care what makes them gay. Yeah, I know. I was gonna make a joke about, like, I don't know. Hello, Nemo. You know that every trans person in Japan gets their egg cracked and HRT prescribed in 17 seconds flat by an extremely smug and secretly proud Edgeworth. No. Hi, Nemo. Alright. What did you miss? What do I need to describe? I'm so scared. He does that stupid forehead tapping animation. He's like, oh, you're like Celeste. He goes back to that finger wagging animation he did when he was young. You're going to put on the dress. Anyway. Couldn't watch much of the vlog because I got too annoyed at the judge. Blackwell, here's some nitpicked evidence. He's obviously guilty. Yes, yes. Okay, let's go home. Okay, hold on. Because here's the problem with that. Alright, hold on. Let me pull up the thing that I did for Mikey yesterday. Hold on, let me get the music. Oh, wait. Oh! Court's now in session! Wait, where's the... Where are we raising for? Where are we rising? Where's the judge? Wait. I suppose we should reconvene the start of Starbucks or something? Draw a diagram. I have to. To describe what the hell we're doing. I have to draw a diagram. This doesn't make sense otherwise. Alright. Class is in session. In fact, actually, hold on. Hold on. Alright, here we go. Alright, hold on, we're almost set up. Perfect. Okay, so. Alright, Aristotle memes, show us what you got. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is real. Alright, so, here we go. Class is in session. We have the initial bombing case from the tutorial. Right? We're like, oh my god, court blew up. What happened? Right? The next case in the game, I'm gonna explain the timeline in a second, but the next case in the game, I forgot it again. No, that's right, demons. The demons. The like, the wrestling fox guy. Demons. Okay? Mr. Ballin. And then it was the beginning of the bomb case inside like a rocket ship. Okay? Any questions? So far. So the timeline goes, this was the first case, the second, the third, into the fourth, and then once the fourth was done, we are now doing the fifth part, which is the rest of this case. Any questions? I don't know why they wrote this game this way. And we haven't even touched like, what happened in this case yet, but we need to set this up first. I'm waiting on the class. Wake up. Wake up. Class is in session. So what happened yesterday? Well, Nemo is not responding. Nemo passed out from all this information. Nemo's the one who asked for this. Sorry, could you read that like in one sentence? There it is! See? I think not. Get ready for one run-on sentence. Because I don't think we could do this in one sentence. The tutorial case about the bombing that was then followed by the case that involving the demons, which was then followed by the case involving the high school, which was then followed by the case involving the rocket ship, was actually the first case that then was the beginning of the tutorial case, and the tutorial case ending is now the current case, which is the rest of the rocket case, which was the startup for the bomb case. So it goes demon case, then school case, and then rocket case, and then bomb case, which is from the rocket case, and then the rest of the rocket case is the fifth case, which is where we currently are. There's my one run-on sentence. Any questions? The tutorial case is 3.5, basically. And then the DLC goes somewhere in here. But we have yet to do it. Yes, Sylvie. How are you doing tonight? Fine. Now! Have you hydrated your owner? I have so much that my thing is basically empty. This case involves an astronaut, Solomon Starbuck, happening to be carrying the body of a Clay Terran who had just survived an explosion and turned out to be stabbed by a utility knife. Now, this Clay Terran also happens to be friends longtime friends of Apollo Justice, who has decided this case is so fucked up, I'm off on my own. So we're currently playing as Phoenix with assistance from Athena Sykes. With me so far? Because there's more. We go to the Rocket Center and run into possible suspects, Yuri Cosmos and Aura Blackquill, who happens to be sister to Simon Blackquill, with the knowledge that Bobby Fulbright happened to be part of the security detail of the launch site, who had previously received information that there may be a bombing on site, which is why the now deceased Candace Arm happened to be part of that security detail. Are you with me so far? At the scene of the crime, we have discovered a bullet hole and a missing bullet from a strange caliber weapon, with witness testimony from Aura Blackquill claiming there to be a third party that was not either of the astronauts that had some kind of lighter. Now, I'm nervous that this is some kind of red herring, false information presented by Aura Blackquill because she hates us, but we'll have to see. By the way, she hates us. She hates lawyers. Do we have it so far? Are you with me? Are you currently paying attention? Can you show us Aura again? No! Because chat is in love with her. I was reading dialogue as it was just a flood of like, I need me a dummy mommy fucking robot fucker. Like it was bad. It was bad. So no, you don't get to see her. Anyway. I suppose we should reconvene on the trial of Solomon and Starbuck or something? Your Honor, could you please come out from under your bench? There are no more bombs. I promise. My memory is different, but please continue. I mean, you didn't say any of that, but you did say, like, hello, and you were thinking it. I know what you're like. Oh, yes, my apologies. I'm just a little jumpy when it comes to trials involving bombs. I mean, first courtroom exploded. And then Mr. Tonate self-destructed. I guess that's one way of describing what happened to Tonate. Anyway, it seems that Mr. Justice was seriously wounded by Mr. Tonate's actions. So you, Mr. Wright, will be taking up the defense? Do you have an understanding of what has happened in the trial so far? Yes, I do, Your Honor. I just watched a streamer rant about it for 30 minutes. The defense is ready. Oh, very well. Is the prosecution also ready? I take it you'd like me to give the opening statement this time? Looks like that judge has become a pretty good mind reader. Well, he's certainly seen more than his fair share of colorful prosecutors. You could say he's something of a veteran of sorts. Well, let's see. In the previous part of this trial, we learned that the victim, Clay Terran, escaped from the launch pad 1 carrying the defendant, Solomon Starbuck. There were explosions on the second floor of the Space Center and on the rocket itself. The two astronauts used launch pad 1 corridor to reach the boarding lounge. And, well, how could the victim climb down the ladder if he was carrying the defendant? That was the mystery that needed to be solved. But Mr. Justice proved that the victim was killed in the boarding lounge. Oscar Blackwell, were you able to discover any new facts related to this point? Upon further investigating, we discovered an oxygen tank fragment in the lounge. Surprisingly, it would appear that Justice Dono's argument was correct. So that means the testimonies of the first two people on the scene are suspect. There were two people who claimed to be first on the scene. We can't truly trust their statements. Let's see. The two people were Detective Candace Arm and Yuri Cosmos, right? You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police, please? Yes, it's certainly possible. We might have to do a little more digging. And just as our team was about to cross-examine Detective Arm, the courtroom bombing incident occurred, and the trial was put on hold. That accursed fellow. He killed my witness. He killed Detective Arm. Definitely put the kibosh on anyone asking her about what she saw. Exactly. In other words, the question of who killed the victim in the boarding lounge has once again become the main focus of this trial. It's obvious Prosecutor Blackville still thinks it was Mr. Starbuck. Fulbright said that Blackville is a thing against the astronaut. Nevertheless, the defense argues that there was a third person in the lounge, and that's who killed the victim. To make such reckless claims in a courtroom takes a bold man, or a stupid one. There is no third person in the boarding lounge, or have you gone dotty already, old man? Objection! I'm like 5 years older than you. We'll see who's the daughter after I trounce you with my years of experience, little boy. I'm only 5 years older than you. Isn't he only like 33? What are you talking about calling him he's 28! Okay. Any case, Mr. Starbuck claims he saw someone leaving the lounge. Furthermore, a Space Center employee also saw a suspicious figure at the scene. They saw a third person? I see my sister's been running her mouth. That's right. I almost forgot that Aura's Prosecutor Blackwell's sister. No matter. She didn't see this mystery person's face clearly. Therefore, there's no evidence to indicate that this person was not the defendant. I guess the possibility that the figure was Mr. Starbuck is still there. In brief, we need to determine if a third person was there or not. To this end, we should hear the testimony of one of the first people on the scene. Dr. Cosmos, huh? Oh, very well. Bailiff, please bring the witness to the stand. I believe I've seen you before in the newspapers. Of course you have. Of course you have, for I am Yuri Cosmos, director of the Cosmos Space Center, which was of course named after me, Yuri Cosmos. Oh, do you have anything you wish to ask me? Looks like he's all geared up to do some bragging. 7 years ago, I successfully launched the Hat 1 and... Everyone already knows how brilliant you are. Even I am trying to hold back my tears at seeing such a great man standing before me. So could you please proceed directly to your important testimony? I see this fine young lad as a proper appreciation of greatness. Then allow me to begin my epochal testimony that will be recorded in the annals of history. That speech of Prosecutor Blackwell's just now sounded more to me like he was poking fun at Dr. Cosmos. It's probably for the best. It sailed right over the rector's head. Now then, Dr. Cosmos, the condensed version of your illustrious testimony. Please. This person has a bubble pipe? That's what this mustache actually is. Detective Arm and I rushed towards the boarding lounge together. We went via the control room and peeked in from there to see what was going on inside. We saw a figure standing in the middle of the lounge and Taryn lying on the floor. I hate to say it, but I can only imagine the standing figure must have been Starbuck. I see. So in your testimony you claim you arrived on the scene after the two had escaped from the launch pad to the lounge. And just after the victim had been killed. Oh, the horror, the humanity. What I said is what I saw, and what I saw is what I said. Courageous action to take in the face of such terrifying explosions, wouldn't you say? Saved my men, I went personally into the epicenter of danger, risking my own life for theirs. Oh, you know, it sounds like the director really cares about his men. Yeah, well, it sounds more like he was scared and just had to peek from far away. Is defense ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. Director Cosmos' testimony is pretty vague. I'm gonna have to press him and draw him more information before I do anything else. Yeah, no shit. That's the whole game! Phoenix! Was this supposed to be the second trial? What do you... Where were you coming from?
Oh, the 6th floor. We are making sure any stragglers made their way to the 4th floor. It was then when we heard the Starbuck and Aaron and hurried to the 3rd floor lounge. On my galactic scooter here, of course.
Why do you keep calling it galactic? Does that have something to do with space?
Of course. It's specifically designed to be used on galactic battleships.
I see. Then I take it works in 0G too?
Sadly, no. With the current state of technology as it is, I'm afraid it would just float about and be galactically useless.
Well, that's a galactic bummer. Showing the player how different his thinking is from Apollo's. What was what Apollo wouldn't say that?
I see. So you rushed to the boarding lounge in a space-age pogo stick. And when you got to the scene, what did you see?
Let's see. According to this diagram, you have to go through the control room to get to the boarding lounge 1. Looks like you could have gone there from the southern corridor as well.
Yes, but in her haste, Detective Arm rushed ahead of me towards the control room. All I could do was merely follow behind her.
I see.
So we beat him to the boarding lounge. From the control room door, and...
I'll say something like, what am I gonna do? There's nothing to take out of that, I'm fine! They'd be like, I gotta believe my friend!
Very sorry for
So you couldn't see what the figure was clearly and what they were doing?
Sadly, the only thing I could tell was that it was a person, standing motionless.
The defendant, no doubt, staring aghast at his deed. What other explanation is there? So close. No evidence. I can't prove the person's third party.
I don't relish in this. I hate to say it.
Aura Blackquill also saw a suspicious figure in the lounge, but she gave the statement that it was too dark to see the person's face clearly. Did you see this figure's face clearly?
No, not clearly. The lighter they were holding illuminated the area around their feet at the time. Other than that, I see little else. That's why I couldn't see Taryn, but I couldn't see who the other person was.
So for all you know, it might not have been Mr. Starbuck. Isn't that correct?
I would like to believe that. Starbuck is the type of man who's capable of murder.
The witness entered the boarding lounge. There was no third person there. Isn't that correct? Great Space Center Director?
Well, yes, that's right. Only Starbuck and Darren were there at the time. After we peeked in, the lounge suddenly went dark and the figure vanished.
You mean he disappeared? That's odd. The reason the figure appeared to vanish because it was the defendant. When the witnesses weren't looking, he fell to the floor and feigned unconsciousness. Hold on. Director Cosmos, do you ever take your eyes off the scene?
Oh, just for a brief instant. About as long as it takes for a shooting star to go by.
Yeah. If you took your eyes off the scene, then this third person could have escaped during that time.
Oh, but what escape route could this person have used?
The direction opposite the control room, the southern door to the elevators. There's no security lock on that door, so it would have been possible to escape that way. All things are possible, right, Dono? The real question is, do you have any proof? Well... If we were just talking possibilities, we could each profess whatever we'd like. An inmate who used to be a university professor and lunar researcher used to say that there is a kingdom of little green men who live under the surface of the moon. As long as they don't punish us in the name of said moon for what we've done to it. But I say, here's your proof that this quaint kingdom exists. It's calling your theory a work of fiction, boss. And he's right. I don't have any proof yet. Still. The southern door is a possible escape route. Better make a mental note of that. Dr. Cosmos, may I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why did you look away from the boarding lounge?
There's actually another tale of bravery behind the answer to that. It was when Detective Arm saw the figure and raised her gun. Being a great humanitarian, protector of mankind, I tried to stop her.
What? You're saying Detective Arm raised her gun as soon as she saw the figure?
I imagined her instincts as the detective told her they were the killer.
I don't know about that. And you were able to prevent Detective Arm from firing her gun?
I'm afraid I was too late. I was able to stop her. She identified herself clearly. Then, she fired 2 warning shots at the shadowy figure. This information about Detective Van's actions sound critically important. Please add to your testimony.
Wait, this is one of my favorite words. Could it be a third party who was a hologram? Do you think... Hold on. Pointing the gun at a person with only a lighter. This is America, Mikey. Sorry, 2 warning shots at the figure. What is this, the LAPD? Objection! Are you sure you're really paying attention to what Detective Arm is doing?
You doubt my words? Words that will someday be written down in history books?
Somehow, I don't think that those exact words will ever be written down in any history books.
Mr. Wright, could you please explain yourself so we can all understand?
You say that Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots, and yet only 1 bullet hole is ever found at the scene.
What?
Only 1 bullet hole means the gun was only fired once, and yet Director Cosmos is saying Detective Arm fired 2 shots. No editor would allow such glaring contradiction to any history book.
Unfortunately for you, the witness's words are true. We confirm that 2 shots were fired from Detective Arm's gun.
But there was only 1 bullet hole at the scene. Where'd the other bullet hole vanish to?
You should know the answer to that already.
I should?
During the previous trial, a certain oxygen tank was presented as evidence. We've already discussed that it was ruptured at the lounge, have we not? Well, it appears that the thing that ruptured it was a bullet. A bullet that was found near the tank, to be precise. This bullet was fired from a .38 caliber gun, the exact same caliber as the detective's gun.
What? Oh, yikes. The ballistics report has been updated. Yeah, really, actually.
The rifling marks also match up. There's no question about the bullet was fired from Detective Arm's gun. Rifling marks? They're like a gun's fingerprints on a bullet, correct? And examining the rifling marks on the bullet contains the gun was fired from? One of the bullets Detective fired found its way into the holographic image display. The other bullet came to a stop near the victim's oxygen tank. The evidence confirms the director's statement that the detective fired 2 shots.
A beautiful contradiction. Gone. All gone. Slap bullet holes from a .38 caliber, huh? I better update the record.
Oh, very good. Now we know the fate of both the shots Detective Arm fired. Mr. Wright, is that clear about all your questions?
Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots. One hit the holographic display and the other hit the oxygen tank. Jesus Christ, what a warning. Did that really clear up everything about what happened at the scene? No. Then why did she fire through the window? This person's standing there.
Yeah.
No, Your Honor, it doesn't. Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots from a .38 caliber gun, but that doesn't explain the existence of a certain piece of evidence found at the scene. A piece that points to the existence of a third person.
Oh. Well, very well. What I won't do to keep us waiting, Mr. Wright. What piece of evidence suggests the possibility of a third person on the scene?
Just tic-tac.
And what's this metal pellet supposed to be?
Just a little something from great importance we found at the crime scene, Your Honor.
You found it where?
In a floor gutter at the crime scene. It looks like the police and the prosecution both missed it. Furthermore, this is a .10 caliber bullet.
making it much smaller than one of Detective Arm's 38 calibers. Then that means... Exactly. One more person must have been there in the lounge. A third person who had a gun that could fire 10 caliber bullets. If that's true, it explains why Detective Arm fired warning shots. This third person fired at Detective Arm and Detective Cosmos with their gun. And in return, the detective fired her warning shots. Isn't that how it really went down, Director Cosmos? Looks like you introduced my miraculous tale of survival. Yes, you're absolutely correct. The mystery person fired upon us. Oh, what's this now?
That's not true. He's fucking lying. He would have said that from the beginning.
What? You never breathed a word of any of this to me before. Well, all great men have a secret or two, don't you know? Foolish old geezer.
So Director Cosmos really has been hiding the presence of a third person all along? Director Cosmos, I want you to testify to the court about what you really saw. Can we stop committing perjury every week?
Oh, you may be a great man, but in this courtroom, there's another witness. You don't receive special treatment here. Now please give accurate testimony. Detective Arm and I rushed to the control room together. In the lounge, we saw a figure staying in the middle of the room and tearing on the floor. We were still in the control room to the east when the figure fired at us. Well, given that there are no third-person lounge when the witness entered it, does this mean the person who fired the gun had to been defended?
Jesus Christ! I apologize for that. Ah, I'm so sorry.
The fire the gun must have been defended?
Talk enough, I guess that happens. Not necessarily. It's still possible that it was someone else. Most likely, as soon as Detective Arm and the Director Cosmos discovered this person, they escaped through the southern door. And that one didn't have a security lock. What did you do? Oh, I thought that a burp picked up. There's a burp at like the end of the sentence, and it's gross. You had a case where you visited the school of elite prosecutors, lawyers, and judges, but where's the school for absolutely fucking awful witnesses? Everywhere. It filtered out. Oh, okay. Good. I didn't hear it. Excellent. This is great news. I bet Comrade would have. Anyway, escape the southern door, the one that didn't have a security lock.
Objection!
Double-edged swords are a tricky lot. Mishandle one and it is you who is cut down.
Huh?
Your reasoning could apply if Spaceboy were the killer as well. Think about it. After being discovered, you would have fired the 10 caliber gun. Detective Arm would have responded by firing 2 warning shots. All he had to do was feign unconsciousness to invent the possibility of a third person.
Objection!
I'm waking up. But Mr. Starbuck didn't have a gun in his possession when he was found by police. Nor has a gun been found at the crime scene. Its absence can only be explained if there was a third party who took it with them.
Objection!
Recall the existence of a trash chute in the morning lounge. The defendant could simply throw the gun down the chute.
Objection!
But you can't deny the possibility of a third person leaving with the weapon.
Objection!
It's up to you to prove that possibility. And I trust you haven't forgotten my little piece of decisive evidence.
What evidence?
Why, the detonator switch was found in Mr. Starbuck's pocket, naturally. The most compelling evidence of all tells us he is the culprit.
I did forget all about that.
Look, your baldness. How deliciously obvious it is that they lack the evidence to rival mine.
He sliced up. Wow, he sliced our third-person theater weapons and served us to it just like that.
Yes, well, I have a question of my own, actually. That bullet for the mysterious figure shot. What did it hit exactly?
Oh, by the way, can we just discuss this? Hey, Black Quill. If he threw away a gun, why wouldn't he have thrown away the detonator? This game sucks.
And the bullet of the mysterious figure shot, where did it hit exactly? It hit me. Does that mean you're a ghost? I was wondering when you would realize that you're baldness. Director Cosmos is an authentic, bona fide ghost. He could even pass through walls.
Prosecutor Blackwell, shame on you for teasing the nice old gentleman.
Your boldness is all in jest. Please show yourself again. Yeah, are you sure? In that case, how did you manage to survive being shot, Director Cosmos? I'm glad you asked. It was a miracle befitting a great history-making figure such as myself. The bullet hit my glorious Medal of Honor, whereby it ricocheted, for saving my life. What?
I have a question. Okay, what's up? That's unbelievable. The sexy person from yesterday does not return, does she? You're gonna have to wait. I have to check this out. Oh wow, look at that. That's it. One extra Gaxa star. Gyat star. The odds are literally astronomical. Guess it really was a miracle. It's kind of felt like the Cosmos is watching out for Director Cosmos.
But why do you conceal this information, Director Cosmos? A great man such as myself has to hide things on occasion, no matter how much it hurts.
Medal of Honor in the Mystery Sea looks like an Earth emblem. No, not really.
It is the plight of the truly great. It may be hard for this generation to understand.
I don't know, but it sounds fishy to me. What else is he hiding? Let's just cross-examine him, see what we can find out.
Now then, Mr. Rang, examination, please.
Oh my god, this went on so long I forgot what he actually said. We've already heard all about that part. Does you have any new information?
Well, let me see. If you have an hour or two, I can tell you all about the Hat One Miracle.
We already know about that too! Tell us something related to this incident.
I see. You want to know about incidents? Well then, let me tell you about the many incidents that made me the man I am today. Yes, if you have the time, I'll tell you all about the upbringing of this great man.
You told us about that already as well! What we need now is your testimony.
Did I really already tell you all about my upbringing? I don't recall doing so. Director Cosmos, perhaps you could save your boastful tales for later. If I must. Well, we peek through the courtroom door and...
But it was so dark you couldn't see this figure's face, isn't that right?
Yes, the room was deep and dark as outer space itself. Speaking of outer space, during that Hat One ever launched 7 years ago.
If it's about that Hat One miracle again, you can saw it off and tail it to a stray mutt.
Excellent idea! No reason why the animal world shouldn't hear of my greatness.
And so they shall. But first, your testimony. What happened next? Director Cosmos, I believe you're telling this great court a glorious lie.
A great man like me tell a lie? Have you ever heard of such a thing in all of history?
Yes. Anyway, my accusation is based on the positions of the people who were in the lounge. According to your testimony, if you and Detective R were near the control room door, and the mystery figure was standing in the middle of the boarding lounge, if, as you say, the figure fired a gun at you from this position, then the bullet would have traveled in this direction. However, we found the 10-caliber bullet here.
Oh.
This trajectory and where the bullet actually found contradict each other. Dr. Cosmos, where were you really when you were being shot at? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the human merry-go-round. Don't tell me you've forgotten already. Didn't the witness himself just tell you? The bullet hit his medal. Of this, there's no mistake. But in that case, the bullet should have been found near the east side of the room. Are you trying to say that you can explain this inconsistency? Of course. I didn't think... What? No, great Director Cosmos.
Yes. Is there something you'd like me to expand upon?
You were in fact not in the control room to the east, were you? You were looking into the lounge from the door to the south. Is that not right? What are you getting at? Use your brain. Your head must have used some other... Use your own brain. Your head must have some use other than housing that bird's nest. Bird's nest? Why does everyone pick on my hair? Director Cosmos and the director witnessed the scene from the southern door. The killer fired at them here, and that is why the bullet was found in the south. Ah, that makes some sense, actually. Also, the witness being in the southern door is rather favorable for the prosecution. Huh? I got a bad feeling about this. How about it, director? You don't tell me the truth this time.
Yikes! His handcuffs.
You'll become but rust upon my sword. I have realized a chance to cut down a great man.
Alright, I'll tell you the truth. Just put your sword away! You are correct. I, the great Yuri Cosmos,
was looking at the room from the southern door.
What?
It's complete opposite of all the testimonies given us so far. Hello, Kajan. Welcome. And now you've lost your possibility that a third person is in the room. I have? How? The director and the directive... The director and the detective were near the southern door. Meaning the killer couldn't have escaped through there. The western door required print recognition corridor beyond was filled with smoke. The only escape route left was the ether control room door. And the only way to get through there was the Director Cosmos' fingerprints. In short, there'd be no escape for any third person, had there been one. My third person just disappeared, like in one of Trucy's magic tricks. How are you all? I'm well, thank you. How are you?
What in the good? Director Cosmos, why'd you tell such an outrageous lie?
Isn't this like the third case of perjury? I don't think he's done. You're covering for the defendant, isn't that right?
Yes, it was often left my men. If I said I was in the eastern control room, it would mean that the culprit would have escaped through the southern door. It would have meant that there could have been a third person. All I wanted to do was protect Starbuck. I said I was in the control room to invent an escape route for a third person.
What a convoluted lie. Is he really covering for the defendant? This reached step 749 of my truck build, which is nearing halftime. Oh, wow. Jesus.
It looks like we've come to a conclusion. That the defendant's argument, possibly with a third person, has crumbled.
No. It's over. Yikes. The judge is about to hand down his verdict. Think, Phoenix. Think. And get that camera out of my face. God damn it. I need to wait for... This is the perfect time to try and turn my thinking around. Get that camera out of my face. God damn it, it's not yet! If a third person had no way of escaping the scene, then what if one of the people at the scene was this third person? Wait. What if the whole premise is all wrong? And then meanwhile, it's like... I can't make it larger. Anyway. Director Cosmos said that he and the detective arm rushed the scene together. What if that premise isn't true? What if one of them reached the scene before the other one? What if that person entered the lounge then they would be the third person.
The defendant is the only one who could have killed the victim and shot the director. There doesn't appear to be any room for argument against these claims. I will now render my verdict.
Please wait, Your Honor. There is still one possibility.
Oh, you better be good, Mr. Wright.
There's only one person who could have escaped from the scene, and that person would be the first person who arrived on the scene. Then, upon entering the boarding lounge, the second person to arrive came via the southern door. That's why the first person fled from the room, using an escape route that was accessible only to them.
Oh, very well. Say more about this theory. Who is this one person who could have escaped from the boarding lounge?
Well,
Well, but that's... Mr. Wright, what are you claiming here?
of all the people who were at the scene, only the witness could have escaped. The director is the only one with the authority to open the control room door, after all.
Oh, but that means...
Exactly. The true identity of the third person is our current witness, Director Yuri Cosmos.
What?
A what?
What could I say? Mr. Wright, please explain yourself in more detail.
I assert that Director Cosmos arrived at the scene before Detective Arm and entered the boarding lounge alone. Detective Arm arrived after that and saw a suspicious figure who was actually Director Cosmos standing in the lounge. And that's why she fired those 2 warning shots.
I've been in this homicide.
Captain Wright, it's a direct hit on the enemy ship, sir. A magnificent shot.
Warning shots fired from the enemy ship. Prepare to intercept.
What the fuck are we doing? You have to land this court once again, Cosmos.
I've been on the parent side. Enemies call for reinforcements.
Earth, the Cosmos Control Center, requesting permission to ask you to return to reality.
Right ship are not going to hurt anything less than the ultimate weapon of evidence.
But I do have evidence. In fact, you could say that your battleship bears its scar. If Director Cosmos is the third person Aura Blackwell saw, this third person fired a detective armed Director Cosmos with their gun. And in return, the detective fired her warning shot. Isn't that how it really went down, Director Cosmos?
It looks like you've deduced my malicious tale of survival, right? Yes, you're absolutely correct. The mystery person fired upon us.
Director Cosmos must have been the one who fired the 10 caliber gun. When Detective Arm discovered him in the lounge, it only makes sense that he would have turned and shot at her. Therefore, the evidence on the director's body is of a different kind of relevance than before. Once we compare it against another piece of evidence, the mark that you've received from the third party will be all the proof we need to prove that you were the one in the lounge.
Brace for a further impact.
Comparison against this piece of evidence will prove that you were the one in the lounge. Probably the bullet hole.
And what would you like to say about that piece of evidence, Mr. Wright?
I would like to say that this is not it.
Mr. Wright, please only present evidence that you think is it.
God damn it. Guess that really wasn't it. I am sure the third person was Director Cosmos. Okay. Compare it to the 32 caliber bullet. 38. 38 caliber bullet found on the floor at the scene didn't hit the oxygen tank. It Director Cosmos' metal. If we have that ricochet mark on the metal analyzed, I'm sure the caliber will match up. And if that mark proves to be from a 38 caliber bullet, it will prove that you are the third person we've been looking for.
The bridge is destroyed. Losing altitude. All hands. Abandoned ship. That's true. The one with the bullet that hit the oxygen tank.
It was the 10 caliber bullet. In other words, it was the bullet fired by Yuri Cosmos. Isn't that right, Director?
Oh, you got it all wrong. What? The engines have started again. It's a miracle. I'm not going down yet. What the fuck are you doing over there? Confess the truth.
If you don't want the history books to say that a great man was a great liar, then accept our fate and tell the truth.
Are you giving me orders? Me, the director of the Cosmos Space Center. The Cosmos revolves around me. Someone get me on this thing! Wonder God. Someone please start doing this for spinning. Thank goodness you're able to stop that. Stop him from spinning onto the face of the earth.
While he was twirling, I took the liberty of running analysis of the mark on the metal. It was made by a .38 caliber bullet, matching with the signs of the detective arm's firearm.
Ready to confess the truth, witness? Oh, it's gone all wrong. This is just a misunderstanding.
I said, gotta start piling on more lies. Looks like it. No matter how many lies he tells, I'll expose them one by one. I'll make that big liar tell the truth. Oh shit. Okay. That's interesting. How many parts does this have that we're stopping now?
At the Cosmos, the possibility has been sent by the defense. And they're gonna take a break and get some more water. How's that sound?
I'm glad we don't listen to this on repetition for 2 hours. Hopefully he did not drown. Oh, what? Weenie, did you drown? Apparently people hate if you take too long, Weenie. Yeah, remember. If you tell me I take too long, you're telling Winnie that. And you don't want to tell Winnie that. Okay. Identifying a new display issue is related to DP 1.2, but main display only has that version of DP. Ooh. Ooh. Good warning. Hang on, Ren. I don't need a new monitor. This is a new monitor. So you need a new cable. Downgrade to 1.1. Anyway. Hey.
Mr. Cosmos. The new boss buddies begin. Director Cosmos. Director Cosmos. A new possibility has been presented by the defense. They are claiming that you were this third person. Forgive me. I'm so sorry.
Huh? So the Grain Pioneer space development is revealed to just be another fabulous cur. And if one question for Alexa, you. Shall I send you off quickly or very quickly? The evidence doesn't lie, Director Cosmos, so don't try to talk your way out of this. On PC Wake Up, the display turns to lowest resolution, and the other current displays just don't turn on. Ooh. Driver failure? Hmm? Perchance? I imagine you've already done that. You're a smart cookie.
Fine. I'll tell the truth. As long as you say, Mr. Wright. It's true I was there in the morning cloud.
Recent clean Windows install? Yeah. Did you install graphics drivers?
I got there before Sister Farm. When she arrived, she fired warning shots at me. I was afraid people would mistake me for the killer, so I escaped to the control room. I went past the elevators and all the way around to boarding room lounge in one again. Now behind the Sister Farm and pretended to be the second on the scene.
I'm on my balcony and the air smells nice and fresh. I didn't ask for that. Make it make sense.
These people don't know. These people don't know, Hattie. Sometimes you gotta put them in their place. Make sure that never happens again. Thank you for 13 months, Hattie. How are you? LG monitor has similar issues that I had to do install drivers for the silly monitor. Yeah, there you go. Monitor drivers. Well, there was the way to fix that. If only. What a troublesome old man you are, with such convoluted deeds and thoughts.
Where's he? So then, are you still insisting that you did not kill the victim? Of course I am. When I arrived at the lounge alone, I saw the true killer. The great Yuri Cosmos was a history-making witness.
No, hold just one moment. We just proved a few minutes ago that the third person that Mr. Starbuck and Miss Aura Blackwell saw was you.
No, it wasn't me. I saw the person as well. If I was the killer, why would I lie to cover Starbuck? I would just leave him to take the fall.
Oh, that is an excellent point.
Just protect Starbuck. I said it was in the control room to invent an escape route for a third person.
Well, Max Simon satisfied if he told those lies to cover Mr. Starbuck. Still, a lie's a lie, Athena.
Dr. Cosmos claims she's not the culprit. Where's the proof? Happy, all right? Yeah. Hi. I found a sort of maybe driver software worth a try.
Yes. Ah, I just remembered. I have an alibi. Miss Blackwell says she saw the killer at 10 a.m., correct?
Yes. And?
Well, I was on the 4th floor helping with the evacuation effort. I sent a member of the staff who'd like. They'll collaborate with me.
The director's not fibbing to the court for once. He confirmed that he has an alibi for the time specified. So, you're claiming that Miss Blackwell saw the killer commit the crime first at 10 a.m. And that you arrived at the lounge after that?
At like what? 10:01?
Yes, I believe the person I saw was the same person Miss Blackwell saw. Although it was pitch black, so it was more of a shadowy figure than this person. And I couldn't actually see their face, but it was definitely the silhouette of an earthling.
Well, as long as he has an alibi. I think my CPU bottleneck at that speed. Well, they've already mentioned that their SSD can't write that fast. Yeah. When did the bombing happen? A few days ago. Remember, Mikey, we have 3 days to solve any case before it's like forfeit. Remember? Remember that bullshit law? Well, I can't very well claim Dr. Cosmos was a killer. No, we can't. Then again, maybe we don't need to yet. I wonder if he was really covering for Mr. Starbuck. Your Honor, the defense moves to have the director testify at the person he saw.
Very well. Mr. Cosmos, testimony, please.
Time, not date. Let's go with 9:50.
As I tried into the lounge, the true killer inside fired a gun at me. I had to avoid getting shot. But when I tried to get another look, they vanished in thin air. Stayed the elevator side door, and well, the launch pad one door, and the control room door should have been shut tight to the killer.
So you were shot at by the killer as well. And then they disappeared.
Yes, but luckily no harm came to my glorious body. Holy Sigma! Bless this ravaged body!
The characters are too animated in this. I don't like it. That's fair. I had to think of you when I saw a video on percolators. This sounds too similar to Perkle. Startup is the problem.
Uh-oh. Unfortunately, the bullet hit Darren's oxygen tank. I know because I heard a pang. That must have been the sound of the tank being erupted.
Wait, but I thought the bullet hit his metal. Oh, it's Detective Arm's bullet, remember? Alright, what a mess this is turning into. So, let's see. Director Cosmos is claiming that when they found Mr. Taryn as killer, that the culprit shot a tank hollow bullet at him. Right, but it actually hit Mr. Heron's oxygen tank and ruptured it. And then the killer disappeared, and the director went to the boarding lounge. When Detective Arm caught up and fired those warning shots at him, this really is American. Judging by his battle, it looks like one of them almost took him out too. Don't make a Texan pronounce Finnish words of power, it's unethical. Percolator is an alternative universe version of a coffee machine. Oh, what? Good summary, but that doesn't explain where our mystery killer went. Director Cosmos, I was wondering if you could elaborate when the figure disappeared.
I'm ashamed to admit that I tried to hide myself when I was shot at, but when I peeped back at the lounge, the real killer was gone. The rest of the lounge straight away to investigate. But that's when I found a Darren with a knife in his chest and Starbuck out cold on the floor. Safe for culprit to vanish from a scene that led no escape route. Vanished without a trace. It's truly like one of the great mysteries of the cosmos.
Silence.
A riddle of the ages indeed, but I'd rather know how a fibbing leech such as you came to laud it as great.
A great man is always misunderstood in his own time, but he must remain true to himself, even if those around him don't understand.
Wow, that might be the first true statement he said all day. How do you suppose this person managed to vanish so suddenly?
Simple.
Simple, because it was Spaceboy himself. When he was spotted by the Director Nora, he quickly feigned unconsciousness. That would certainly take all the mystery away out of the idea of a vanishing culprit. I want to raise an objection, but I don't have any counter-evidence. Dr. Cosmos, when you saw this person, did you also see Mr. Starbuck on the floor?
No, because it was as dark as a black hole in there. Didn't see Starbuck until the other person vanished and I entered the room.
That wasn't exactly helpful. I'm prepared to accept your surrender, right, Dono? Fuck you. I wish he said that. Can't find any holes in this testimony, but I can't give up. Mr. Wright, why don't you let me help? Oh. And the cable could be plugged in? I'm asking because I remember some person who had a similar problem where it was not possible to plug in the cable. Chase Slatson earlier too, and the issue still happened. Did you install the driver? It's the driver. I bet it's the driver. Never noticed rice feeling weird. Perhaps it's contextual. Like if I tried to bathe in it, it would be. What? Why is it the first thing you go to? Yeah, huh? I'm also saying, huh? Oh, the doctor's giving us testimony. I detected a cacophony of discord. It means he's hiding his true feelings from us, huh? This might just help us find out what happened to our vanished killer. That'd be great, Athena. Let's see what you can do with him. You got it, boss. I'm gonna want to miss this chance to delve into our great mind. Your Cosmos, prepare to hand over the secrets of your heart to me. And the Eagles comment that it feels weird like rice. Yeah, I know, but I'm like, why is your first thing to go to bathing? It took me a long time for me to realize that rice was not made of something. It was its own standalone thing. Wow. But what did you think it was made of? Out of curiosity. I guess I could kind of see the logic. There's some pasta that's really small. But potatoes. What kind of potato do you have in Germany that's anything like rice? Sorry. Okay. Hey. Potato rice, I try. Potatoes are made of rice. Have you heard of a potato ricer? Yeah. And when you use a potato ricer, it doesn't come out like rice. Like, it has a different property. Whatever. Hey. I was trying to end the lounge.
I tried into the lounge. The true killer inside fired a gun at me. I had to avoid getting shot at.
And you're angry. Why are you angry? Whoopsie. Hi. Heroin potato. What? I'm sorry? I don't know, is it hemorrhoids?
Oh, doing the Harlem Shake.
Jesus. Hey. When we view your emotions alongside your testimony, we find the unexpected emotion. Wait a minute. I don't think there's anything strange here. I don't know. I think maybe we made a mistake, Mr. Wright. I think maybe you're right. Take a little look. Must be unexpected emotion here somewhere. My dad and grandpa came home to take care of the dog.
I'm trying to get another look. I advanced into thin air. There's the elevator side door. And well, the launch pad one door. And the control room door that should have been shut. Back to the killer.
Okay. Why are you sad? You've stapled this tracker to him yet? Yes. Grand went to get his RPG to defend himself. Hi, Mark. This one's... Jesus Christ, Hattie. That was my first thought. Why? Why is that your first thought? What? Hey. Hey. Correct me if I'm wrong. We seem to be afraid of the launchpad door.
Creature Cosmos afraid? You know, what basis do you have for that outlandish accusation?
Whether I have any basis or not, you seem quite distressed by it.
Oh, certainly not.
Hey. You're supposed to be lame? Then why'd you draw them well? Dr. Cosmos, there's something about the launchpad door you're not telling us, isn't there? Oh, he's speechless. Looks like I hit the nail on the head, boss. It's working, boss. One more punch and I'll be able to knock out. Just one more emotion, that's all. It's just testimony. Go get him. Okay, back in the Matrix it is. On a wave of victory.
And the lounge and the touching goes inside the fire gun is a baby set up at the side. There's the elevator side door. Well, launchpad one door.
Wait, do I have to point out something else? It's not just pointing out sadness again? Oh, hey. You're not surprised. You must have thought it was very strange that the killer vanished into thin air.
I did. That kind of thing just doesn't happen usually.
And yet, at that time, you barely registered any shock at the occurrence.
What? Were you?
I can only think of one reason as to why you weren't surprised by the killer's vanishing act. You must have had a good idea of where they went. Is that right?
What? No, of course not. That's preposterous. Led into the control room. And the area beyond the launchpad door is filled with smoke, making it impassable. And as for the southern door... I was standing right there. So there's nowhere for the killer to run to.
Maybe. Maybe not. You went into the room to check on Mr. Starbuck and Mr. Taryn, yeah? What if the culprit took that opportunity to silently slip out through the southern door?
I hardly doubt it, as you recall, right after I entered the lounge. Detective Arm came rushing towards herself via the southern hallway. Anyone trying to escape through there would have been caught by her.
Yet the director wasn't surprised the killer vanished. So you're absolutely sure there's no escape route for the culprit to use? I'll just input those 2 pieces of data and... yeah, just what I wanted to say. Press the changer. Watch this corridor. Looks like we're on the right track. Nice, Dino. That makes sense of what we learned. Director Cosmo wasn't surprised that the culprit suddenly vanished from the lounge, which points to the possibility that he knew where the killer had escaped to. Furthermore, telling about the door to the launchpad made him uneasy. In In other words, he's probably hiding something but the Launchpad 1 door. When we put those two pieces together, only one solution to this puzzle comes to mind. Dark Cosmos, did the real killer escape through here? Fuck it. The culprit went through the Launchpad 1 door to escape, didn't they?
Yes. I mean, no. That's stubborn. We gotta crash to asteroid.
A master tactician, you are not.
SJ be hitting that big Hattie. Hattie, SJ is time traveling, apparently. Smoking big joints down in Amish.
The iron bell on the door was small, wasn't it? True. Well, this is the only logical answer there is. We can just figure out what the director is hiding about the Launchpad 1 door. We should be able to iron out the logical inconsistencies.
That door requires fingerprint recognition. Starbuck, Terran, and I have access. I don't see how the killer could have opened that security lock to you.
That's an easy one. The killer was right there in the warning lounge, meaning there's a way he could have easily gotten past security lock. If you think of it, you need to examine the prints on the fingerprint recognition device. I propose that the killer used this person's fingerprints to get past security lock. Oh. Huh? I mean, his glove was already off. I wish I could. Hey, guys, you remember yesterday when a normal person was caught using the fingerprints? Surely it was Clay? No, they said that he took off the glove himself. Sure. Thanks. That person's fingerprints were not found on the device. He sounded so sure to produce this nonsense. What were you thinking? There it is. I couldn't look at the fucking evidence. Well, I was thinking my curl could use a trim.
There, it's enough. You got your gun on your own time, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Though I can't recommend Barbara Blackquill if you value your head. Being in the lounge, killer would have access to a certain person's fingerprints. Yada 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 yada. He's already on summertime, but no matter compared to us, he's still living in the past. True.
That's...
Yes, the persons whose fingerprints are on the scanner, that it was already in the evidence, and it's just me seeing if I remembered it based off memory instead of being able to access the fucking evidence. Whatever. Mr. Starbuck was lying unconscious there in the boarding lounge. Anybody could have easily gone past security lock by using Mr. Starbuck's prints. And actually, Mr. Starbuck's prints are exactly what we found on the device's screen. Looks like he does have something to hide about the Launchpad 1 door. And I'm betting it's got something to do with the culprit's escape route. I don't have enough information to see the whole picture yet. Time of the day is different based on wherever you live on the planet. We're supposed to just accept that. Yes. Because it... Yeah.
You know, something just occurred to me. Would you like to hear it?
Yes. By all means.
From the security camera in boarding room lounge 1, right?
Right, the one that recorded the victim and the defendant. What about it, Your Honor?
Well, if the true culprit escaped into the Launchpad 1 corridor, then that might have recorded the security footage. They might have recorded the security footage as well. This should be solved. What do you think of my logic?
First of all, time doesn't reel. It's true, it doesn't reel. I think it's nice that it gets dark when I get tired. Maybe I'll get tired and the sun should raise.
You would need to be a creature of the night.
Hope you didn't strain your faculties too much for that, your baldness.
I beg your pardon?
Look, if we play security footage beyond this point,
Oh my! Which cuts off?
Gamma was running a backup power, but apparently the power's cables were damaged. Most likely by the after effects of the explosion. There's no footage after this. Be it criminals or space aliens.
I thought it was such a good idea too.
Just because your grandchild's watching in the gallery doesn't mean you should try to show off too much. Grandpa baldness.
Busky the Blackwell. How did you know about my grandchild?
I think his grandchild just learned a little about the harshness of the adult world.
Setting aside the issue of grandchildren, I'd like to have the witness continue. Dr. Cosmos, would you tell us more about when you entered the lounge?
If I must.
This is long.
But if we're getting short. After the killer vanished, I went into the lounge. But that's when Detective Arm appeared from my elevator side door. And then Detective shot at me. You see, the killer could have only escaped to the launch pad, right?
Why would you ask a question like that? What? Are you only... I guess it's fear, not sadness? Why are you only sad? Nah. Just fly on Earth like a pancake and turn to face towards the sun, that's all the problem. Yeah, exactly. It'd be so easy. So you decided to follow the gun guy without hesitation. The Earth is shaped like the letter R. Or Team Rocket? Team Rocket's world. You seem uncertain. What do you think about Director Cosmo's emotional responses, Athena? Actually, my cat's really sick, you know. What? Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. And on top of that, my dog just doesn't seem to want to play with me. Why are you telling me all this now? Oh, just hear me, okay? Oh, when you heard about my cat, and then about my dog, which story made you feel sadder? The story about your cat, of course. That's only natural. Exactly. That would be the natural reaction. There's nothing natural about the director's reactions. You know, each interaction changes best across the whole testimony with a K. Sounds unnaturally complicated. That somehow doesn't surprise me. Fuck. I was trying to go back. I was being shot at, no? Apparently not. He was angry. I suppose you're right, yeah. That is a surprise. Dr. Cosmos, why are you so surprised when Detective AM found you? And again when she fired? Isn't that a bit unnatural?
Sadly, even great men such as myself have ordinary human feelings. Our bodies are bound by the forces of gravity and emotions. Even a great man such as myself experiences surprise on occasion.
Yes, I'm sure you do. But my real point is not the fact that you were surprised, but rather what you were not what you were surprised by.
Pardon me?
First, you were surprised when Detective Arm found you in the lounge. And just after that, you were, of course, again surprised when she shot at you. But considering what you were surprised about, a strange phenomenon occurs here. Director Cosmos, what is strange about your surprised reaction is the fact that you were surprised twice. Not surprised by something else, more surprised when Arm came. Surprised twice. Sure, you were surprised when Detective Arm shot at you, but the surprise you felt when she found you in the lounge was much greater. The fact that you were more surprised by simply being found than by being shot at suggests to me that you were more conflicted about whatever it is you were doing there.
The enemy has acquired a new weapon. Commence operation hide under your desk.
Please tell me I finally sunk this battleship. Boss, I must Discord now. That must mean it really is hiding something about that launch pad door. Whatever he's hiding must look like something to do with the killer's escape. I wonder what it could be. He was doing something suspicious around that door. Maybe we can spot some change between before and after he came to the room and after? What? Maybe we can spot some change between before he came to the room and after? There we go. There's a full-right Gav's photo taken out for the crime. Let's run a comparison. Let's see. This footage of the door before the Director Cosmos arrived. This is how the door looked after the director entered the lounge. Hey, look at that. There's a change. Something's definitely different. Oh, it's the... okay. Director Cosmos!
What is it? What have you two been up to over there?
He's running a Segway? Yeah. Their Discord is down? Realistic. Being surprised getting shot at? How peculiar. Guilty. No, it's how much he was surprised. He was more surprised to see her than to get shot. Hey, finding the answer to what you were doing when Detective Arm found you, that's what. Yet the answer lies clearly in this footage. All we have to do is compare it to the photo that was taken during the investigation.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. You do have an answer. You just pointed it out already.
Asking for it. This is what changed directly after the incident.
Take that!
The answer is this knob.
That's...
Your Honor, please take a look at this footage.
Let's see.
Take a look at the knob next to the launch pad door and see it's horizontal.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
However, when we investigated the scene of the crime yesterday, the knob was vertical.
And what does that mean?
It means that sometime between the director arrived and after, someone turned this knob. Or the night before the revelation happened. Fair enough. After the scene was discovered, you were the only one who could have turned the knob. Come on, Director Cosmo. Cosmos? Cosmo would be... Hey, come on now, Director Cosmos. See what you have to say. What were you trying to do by turning that knob by the door?
Right. I admit it. You're right. I just turned that knob. That knob is a safety lock meant to keep the launch pad in place. I was afraid there would be more explosions. So I wanted to move the launch pad away.
You wanted to do what? Hey, didn't Paco tell us something about how they prepare for launch? That once the launch pad's fully assembled, it's moved to the launch site. But the second lock in the boarding launch has to be disengaged first. I guess it clears up what this knob is for. Oh, so if the color skipped the launch pad to one corridor, maybe they were transported along with the launch pad to the launch site? I don't think so. The launch pad one corridor is filled with smoke. I don't think they could have skipped through that corridor. Where did the killer escape to? Guess there are still some things we have to uncover. Dr. Cosmos, I request that you tell us about moving the launch pad in more detail.
Fine. But listen carefully, for I'm about to give a history-making testimony.
Favorite story about the Segway is how the inventor perished. Sad as it is, it's amusing in a morbid way. Why are you happy about this? I had no choice but to disengage the safety lock. You make it sound like you were reluctant to do so. And yet, when you did it, you felt some joy, as if you were very pleased with yourself.
How did you do it? How did you know everything as if you were there?
Pretty impressive, isn't it? This is the power of analytical psychology. Anyway, care to explain why you felt joy when disengaged safety lock? When I think back on the facts we've discovered up until this point, I have to believe that you were trying to fill some hidden agenda.
I know about that too.
Because I'm more or less a pro at guessing.
But you have no proof that I had a hidden agenda. Even if I did, I would never ever tell you, so there.
I know they say people regress as they grow older, but you, sir, take the cake. This is the inventor, but he did own Segway, and he drove off a cliff. On a Segway?
And how could you doubt a man with such great intensity, doubt his integrity?
You, a man of integrity? Don't make me laugh. Prosecutor Blackwell? Came over him all of a sudden. You've spouted nothing but falsities since you stepped up to the stand. You're not the kind of man that will be glorified in the annals of history. Not for greatness, anyway. Unless you consider great bar-faced liar an honor.
Liar!
His words bite harder than his blade. You moved the launch pad one after the explosions. My, how naive you are. You fail to realize how even the facts themselves have betrayed you. You know, just a thought, but modern English can be your friend. And here's a thought for you. Immediately following the bombing, Launchpad 1 was on the boarding lounge 1 side. Please confirm this on the scene. What?
Liar!
So that means the director didn't move the launch pad? Here's my judgment for calling history's greatest liar to the witness stand. Let us leave him to indulge in his lies and work into his heart's content.
Liar!
Objection!
But it doesn't make sense. You can't deny that someone turned that knob. And once the safety lock was released, I'm sure the pad would have went somewhere. If we chase down the truth of this issue, we might find where the killer escaped to. You sure it must have went somewhere? We just might find out? Your arguments are nothing but conjecture, bluffing, and wishful thinking. Stop chasing your fantasies. See reality for what it really is. Or are you not man enough to, boy? Haha, talking about me hitting below the belt. Having below the belt.
Youngins these days.
I don't understand it. I'm sure Director Cosmos must have moved the launch pad. Knob was definitely turned after he came to the lounge. The launch pad's right where it was supposed to be? Ugh. Wait a minute, maybe I have it all backwards. What if the director turned the knob not to move the launch pad away, but to bring it back to where it was supposed to be? What are you blathering about? What if the launch pad was at the launch site before the incident, and then, after the incident, Director Cosmos moved it back to its usual spot? All I had to do was turn the knob to call the launch pad back, and it would have been right where the police found it.
Hey!
Playground insults literally kill me in the Ace Attorney universe. True. Here, the wiki for this game is animated sprites available. Make our own games. The man of silent, Mr. Starbuck. Is what I said really that off base? It pains me to have to explain how wrong your own logic is to you. However, our great liar turned the knob only after he discovered the crime scene. Indeed, the pad existed beyond the lounge when the Astro Wonders made their escape. The fact that it's been recorded for posterity on filmless film. Oh, right. So to reiterate, stop chasing your fantasies, see reality for what it really is, boy. It's like Phoenix bald. Gotta grab Mr. Right and focus. We know the launch pad must have been moved. But our deductions and the actual facts of the case are in direct contradiction to each other. Why the two astronauts never actually boarded the rocket? This footage could be fake, taken with body doubles at the incident or something.
On second thought, that's too far-fetched, even for me.
Never actually boarded the rocket. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe, just maybe. Huh? Prosecutor Blackwell, what if I told you that the two astronauts never set foot inside the launch pad area, but instead went into another place? And what if what if when the director moved launch pad 1 back, it was not from the launch site, but from another place? What would you say then?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Ah, Mr. Wright, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, right. This is the other way around from the beginning. Very well, Your Honor. Let me explain. Director Cosmo's reason for moving Launchpad 1 was... switch it. Because he wanted to switch it with some other place.
I'm sorry, but didn't you say switch it? What could he possibly have switched the Launchpad with?
Oh, you'd be surprised, Your Honor. All it takes is a little thinking outside the box, and the answer becomes clear as day. This is what switched with Launchpad 1.
Launchpad 1 was switched with the Space Museum.
In the past, the Space Museum was used to be Launchpad 2. It has all the same features as Launchpad 1, and even been moved to the launch site, meaning the Space Museum and Launchpad 1 can also be switched with each other.
Oh, you can't mean...
The rocket the astronauts boarded was not the one in Launchpad 1. It was the one in the Space Museum.
What?
Balderdash.
Excuse me, what the fuck? And yet, it's the only explanation that accounts for every riddle and inconsistency. This is how the Space Center was just before the incident. See Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum have already switched places. That's right. If the two switch like this, who said that?
I see Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum have already switched places.
There we go. If the two switch like this, the astronauts entered the Space Museum from boarding lounge 1. This allowed the true killer to enter Launchpad 1 from boarding lounge 2 and set the bomb on the rocket. I'll come to think about the door of the Space Museum from boarding lounge 2. Welcome. Come. The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Exactly. Anyone could pass through the door of the Space Museum. There's no fingerprint recognition system on the door. In other words, with the two launch pads switched like that, someone other than Mr. Starbuck could have easily planted the bomb. After setting the bomb on the rocket, the culprit snuck onto the boarding lounge 1 and waited there, concealed, in order to kill Mr. Terran when the two astronauts emerged from the Space Museum. Recall that Miss Blackwell, Mr. Starbuck, and the director all saw a suspicious figure who, we can suppose after killing Mr. Terran, made their escape into the Space Museum. After that, Director Cosmos switched the two launch pads back without realizing the killer was inside the Space Museum. The killer then left the Space Museum and made a clean getaway.
Right, don't know. As you know to handle a sword, handle it well.
Like when we added Echo to welcome. Yeah, I know, right? Why does that robot have boob? You missed it. Blackwell's log. Trial day 1. Experiencing my 27th cardiac arrest with this clown show.
Perhaps I should call you Swordmaster Bluff.
I'm a seasoned warrior who has cut down many a prosecutor.
That wasn't a compliment. Anyway, unless you can prove your theory, it's no better than Rusty's sword.
That's right. You no proof I switched the launch pads.
Somebody needs a better anger management counselor.
If the launch pads really were switched, there might be a record of it somewhere. At this point, Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum were switched with each other, so the corridor behind the door should be the one that belonged to the Space Museum. Let's see. This is an image of the Launchpad 1 corridor. You see anything different when compared to the security footage? Huh? Number on the floor. Well, what do you know? It looks like we have proof after all, Prosecutor Blackwell.
And if this is just another bluff?
Oh, don't worry. It's all right here. Right here in this footage. Proof that beyond this door, this corridor of the Space Museum.
Very well then, answer this for me if you would. What is in the footage proves that the corridor belongs to the Space Museum?
The hidden 2. That was actually pretty neat. I'm shocked I didn't see that. There's a 1 on the floor of the Launchpad 1 corridor. But take a look at the floor of the corridor in the security footage. Do you see the number on the floor behind the astronauts? It doesn't look like a 1, does it? That's because what you see is actually part of a 2.
What?
Why is it 2 and not a 1? That's because the corridor you see in this one is the Space Museum. And so that means the corridor in this footage was not filled with smoke. That's right, because the explosion didn't occur in the Space Museum. The explosion occurred in Launchpad 1, on the opposite side of the Space Museum. And now that we know the 2 astronauts escaped from the Space Museum, the mystery of the previous trial of how they got down the ladder is cleared up. Mr. Terran, carrying Mr. Starbuck, simply took the elevator from the upper level down to the middle level.
Oh, just incredible. The 2 launch pads were actually switched. But you'd think someone would have noticed an event of this magnitude.
Everyone was down in the basement shelter when the launch pads were swapped back. There's no way anyone could have known that was happening on the surface. Was that the guy that's in the other building? The killer. The killer then escaped into the Space Museum. The guy swapped the 2 back, and he rode the Space Museum all the way to the other side and just left. No more lies, Director Cosmos. It's high time you told us the truth.
My honor, my glory, everything is slipping away. And why my ultimate weapon?
Galactic engine.
Ignition! What? It's on anywhere! Don't stop! Stop! My glory! No, not that way! Bailiff, I just seen after that witness. I should measure with you before you came in bodily harm. Bailiff, kill him. Bailiff does like the little circle motion. Crush his balls.
Director Cosmos, do you make you switch the launch pads?
I mean, it's true.
Got a tip, but I have something for you to consider. Okay.
I switched Launchpad 1 for the Space Museum. Just gonna hear words I can believe for a change.
Director Cosmos equals Sir Dr. Comes. Nah, yeah, it makes me think, man. Makes me think you're crazy. Hey, before you do, Your Honor, 2 things. First, we don't know if Mr. Terran had prior knowledge of the switch. Feel that, aren't you? As for Mr. Starbuck, he was unaware of his surroundings thanks to his medication. Either way, Mr. Terran would have realized the instant he stepped into the Space Museum that it had been switched with Launchpad 1. So my first question is, if the Space Museum was perfectly fine, why did Mr. Terran feel the need to put on such dramatic display? As for my second question, I'd like Director Cosmos to tell us why he switched the 2 launch pads to begin with.
Please, I can't. I exercise my right to remain silent. But I will say, my hands were tied. I was only doing what I could to keep my men from getting caught in that blast.
Director is terrified. He must have one heck of a reason for not wanting to explain why. Probably not a good time to try pry out of him, huh?
Excuse me. But would you mind if I picked up my stars? Without my badge of rank, I'm nothing. I don't see why not. Bailiff, help the director retrieve his stars.
What the fuck are you talking about, Archie? What?
It appears possibility of a culprit other than the defendant has presented itself. Mr. Starbuck, is there anything you wish to say?
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Why don't you get?
Director, why'd you do all that? In the very beginning, you never meant for the launch to go ahead, did you? You tricked us! Mr. Starbuck.
Starbuck, my boy, I'm sorry. I can't tell you the reason why. I had to do it to protect the space center.
Director! Will I ever get the chance to go into space again?
Yes, of course. But rest until it happens. I will get you into space again, my boy.
And the dream is still alive.
Silence.
You're not going to space, Starbuck, but prison. I won't have it any other way.
Why are you so hung up on him?
Yes, I accept the launch pads really were switched. And if there were a third person at the scene, I suppose they could have escaped. But I have yet to see proof of this third person escape via Escape Museum.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's right. I don't have any proof.
Starbuck, you will spill everything you know.
Me?
Where did you get those bombs? Tell me now. You don't. My blades will feast on your blood.
I gotta deny I wanna die in space.
I have to do something.
Solomon Starbuck. Prepare yourself.
Now you know that violence isn't the answer, Prosecutor Blackwell.
That annoyingly cheerful laugh could be none other than...
Champion of Righteousness, Bobby Fulbright here. In Justice We Trust.
Detective Fulbright?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Lawyer. I hope I'm not too late.
I don't believe you had an appointment.
I tried to hurry, but I ended up helping a little old lady cross the street. And then I had to break up a cat fight.
I tell you, justice here is a full-time job.
Was it a fight between cats, or... why are you here again?
Because the defendant isn't the culprit, and I can make sure that justice is served.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Fulbright. I always thought you were a bit touched in the head. Jesus Christ. But have you finally succumbed?
Nope. But it looks like you've succumbed to this phantom of yours. Open your eyes. Let the evidence of justice uncloud your judgment.
What evidence?
I'm kind of talking about, hey, did I say something about finding out some evidence?
Thanks to you two, I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest, yeah?
It's gonna work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. I didn't think it was serious, though.
So what is it, detective?
Is it something that can prove Mr. Starbuck innocent?
It is indeed. Have a look at this.
What's this? A lighter?
That's right. A lighter thought it had been used by the culprit, no less. The Space Museum's cleaning robot picked it up. It has the victim's Clay Terran's blood, along with his killer's fingerprints on it.
What?
Order. Mr. Fulbright, can I assume that the fingerprints don't belong to the defendant? You bet. Mr. Starbuck is totally innocent.
This is it. It's just what I needed. Your Honor, this decisive evidence supports the defense's earlier claim.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
With pleasure, Your Honor. Recall how this lighter was found. Based on that, we can extrapolate that after the killers murdered Mr. Terran, they escaped with the lighter in hand into the Space Museum, where they dropped it. The switching of the two launch pads occurred But who then? That's a great question. I'd love for them to tell us. Then finally, the killer left through the boarding lounge to have made their escape. Meanwhile, Mr. Starbuck was found in the boarding lounge one after the murder. The fact that Director Cosmos testified to. Therefore, Mr. Starbuck couldn't have possibly been the one that dropped the lighter there. Well, the defendant had free reign of the area until Director Cosmos appeared. Could he have not dropped the lighter in the Space Museum during that span of time? You'd like that to be true, wouldn't you? But Director Cosmos testified that right after he saw the mysterious figure with the lighter, he went into the lounge and found the unconscious Mr. Starbuck. In other words, Mr. Starbuck wouldn't have had the time to double back to the museum. No, Prosecutor Blackwell, this lighter could only have been dropped by the real killer. Most importantly, Mr. Starbuck's fingerprints were nowhere to be found on this lighter. I think you understand what this means, don't you? This piece of evidence unequivocally proves that Mr. Starbuck wasn't the culprit.
Or it does indeed appear decisive evidence that proves the defendant's claims.
As for the remote switch that was found in Mr. Starbuck's pocket, we can assume that it was planted by the killer on the unconscious Mr. Starbuck.
No, there must be some mistake.
Frankly, Prosecutor Blackwell, I've been worried about you. You've been chasing this phantom for 7 whole years. I understand your urgency because tomorrow...
Silence.
That's one of these. Fulbright, you promised never to speak of that. Huh? Tomorrow? What about tomorrow?
Well, given the body of evidence, I think it's safe to say the defendant is innocent. In light of the fact that it is impossible for him to have committed the crime. A few unanswered questions remain, so I look forward to seeing what you two endeavor. But for now, this court finds defendant Solomon Starbuck not guilty.
Yeah! So, whose fingerprints were they? Can't just... I don't have time to make a joke, because I'm like, excuse me. Wait, that was not right. Was he pulled it off somehow? Oh. Some help from Detective Fulbright. Mr. Wright, Mr. Sykes, thank you. And please thank Apollo for me, too. You're all the best. I wish we could tell Apollo about Mr. Starbuck's verdict right now. Yeah, me too. It's gonna have to wait.
Now that that verdict has been reached, I'd like to bring today's round to a close. Court adjourned.
Wait, we're not. What? Who's? Oh, there it is. It's too late to object, isn't it? It simply isn't possible. Something's wrong.
Prosecutor Blackwell, are you dissatisfied with the verdict?
Right. What were the results of the fingerprint analysis for the lighter? Huh? The results? Well, I was in a hurry, you see, and then there was that cat fight, and well... I kinda got carried away when I heard the prints weren't Mr. Starbuck's, so...
You have yet to read it?
Prosecutor Blackwell, could you read out who the prints belong to?
Upon thorough analysis, the fingerprints were found to belong to Athena Sykes. So says the report.
What?
What? Huh? Math?
What do I say? Miss Sykes, tell me you have an explanation for this. We just finished proving that lighter could only belong to the killer. So finding your prints on it can only lead to one grave conclusion.
I don't know what they got on there, but I know I'm not the culprit. This can't be happening. Built up our argument piece by piece, and I don't think any of our reasoning was faulty. So how could it have led to this? Oh boy. What have I done? Oh, please forgive me. I'm so sorry.
Order. Detective Fulbright, stop your crying.
What in the world's happening here? It's like the world's gone mad.
Order! Order! I will have order!
Hey, Confucius probably did utter chaos. After all, he fought the truth and turned cruelly on us to accuse Athena of the crimes. Somewhere, somehow, they had gone terribly wrong. We had stumbled over the edge of reason and into the jaws of twisted darkness.
Oh. Okay.
No one can escape their past.
What's in the lower right? End. As in, it's over. Blood drop.
The sins we've committed, the sadness we've caused. No matter how far we run, the past remains, as ever present as the moon in the sky.
They do, Mikey. It's been mentioned like a handful of times, but they do.
It looms in wait. The day when we are forced to face it. But only in doing so can we truly make peace and move on and hope towards tomorrow.
Yeah, Mikey, it's been like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue where she's been like, oh, don't tell me it's him. And him being like, oh, hey, look who it is. And that's it. Hey, December 20th, 1:23 p.m. Write anything. Agency.
It took Athena from the courtroom straight to the station. Probably being questioned at this very moment. And this past year, I took it for granted that those two would always be here. But now Apollo has gone off on his own to seek his own truth. And my pursuit of the truth only ended up with Athena becoming the new suspect. Some boss I turned out to be. It's even quieter in here than usual. Yeah. Seems so empty too. I just don't get it, Daddy. All your reasoning during the trial seemed perfectly solid. Yeah. And I still believe it was, at least based on what we know. Now, Athena's the one who's being accused.
You know what Athena's name in Japanese is? No.
During the trial of the bombing and murder that occurred at the Cosmos Space Center, the lighter used by the real culprit was found. Lighter proved the defendant, Solomon Starbuck, innocent. But Athena's prints were found on it instead. She was subsequently arrested for the murder. But if Athena couldn't have done it, it just doesn't make any sense. No, none of it does. Racking my brain, I just can't figure it out. Where's the flaw in my reasoning? What if I got wrong in this case? You know, Daddy, the thing was here. She wouldn't just be sitting around thinking. She'd be out there doing something. You are going to defend Athena, right, Daddy? Of course I will. Thanks, Trissy. You need that push. Trissy's right. Trial's tomorrow. There's no time to waste. I'm gonna prove Athena's innocence. I better get out there and find some evidence. I figure then. I'm gonna hunt for evidence that'll prove Athena's innocence. Great! Before we go, I better type the evidence I have on hand. Okay. Athena's probably still in the middle of being questioned. Oh, Trucy's right. You can start with checking the people at the Space Center.
False. Fake. Wrong.
That's it. This could be it. This game is so awkward, this segment. It's a lot of reading. What? Oh, poor Mikey. I bet the lighter had to be left there by Blackwell's sister. Since they know each other, she must have had a reason to want Athena in jail. Maybe it's revenge putting his bro in prison? Maybe. It's not funny. I mean, it is kind of funny. Listen, okay. You have to look at it from my perspective. We're breaking this up. We're breaking this up in chunks so that tomorrow's stream is the investigation into trial. It wasn't my fault that today's thing was like 2 trials. The trial had a break. Remember in the middle? It was like to be continued, and then it continued. That's how long it was. This case, this upcoming case, is allegedly stupid long. So we gotta start breaking it up, you know? Investigate, trial, investigate, trial, investigate, trial, okay? It's been 3 hours.
I guess.
Good. Sigh. Why are you sighing? Sigh. You can't just sigh longer. Stop. What are you, an astronaut? I'm looking at an Athena poster. Oh my god. Guys, have a good evening. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Stop sighing.